Hello boys, hello girls, this is me, Mr. Lucero, and we're going to continue with our activities. For today, we're going to continue in unit number 7 with vocabulary number 2, reporting verbs. Reading number 2 on page 116. Then we're going to continue on page 118 with grammar number 2, reported questions, and on page 118, clear science, the remote control, infrared remote controls. This is going to be your homework. Okay, so here you need to read the article. This is the article. You can take a screenshot if that is necessary. Okay, you can read the article and then answer those questions. Number 1 and number 2, and send it through platform. Now, I'm going to start working with my activity. Vocabulary number 2, reporting verbs. Number 1, look at our reporting verbs in the box. How do you say them in your language? Okay, here we're going to listen and repeat.
Unit 7, Track 69, Activity 2.
Admit. Agree. Announce. Complain. Explain. Invite. Offer. Promise. Refuse. Suggest. Tell. Warn.
Well, class, this has been our vocabulary. So, but the question here says, how do you say them in your language? Okay, so the idea is to use your dictionary. Okay, if you know the answer, there is no problem. Let's start with admit. What is admit? Like in Spanish, okay, admitir. Perfect. Let's continue with the second one. Agree. Yes, estar de acuerdo. Okay, estar de acuerdo. Let's continue with the next one. Announce. No, you don't know announce? Announce means like anunciar. Okay, anunciar. Let's continue with the last one. Oh, sorry, within that line, no? Complain. Complain is like, for example, when you buy something and you don't like it, and you go back and say, no, I didn't like it. I need a change. Quejarse. Yeah, that's right. Okay, explain. Explicar. Invite. You know invite since primary school. Invitar. Offer. Okay, offer. What is offer for you? Could be an oferta. Okay. Promise. Prometer. Okay, that's good. What about refuse? Refuse is like when you don't like something, you don't like to do something. Rehusar. Okay, rehusar. What about suggest? Yes, sugerir. Tell. Decir. And finally, warn. Advertir. Okay, warn. Now, you know the meaning of those words, so we're going to continue working. So remember, in class we're going to practice, once again the meaning, and then remember we are going to use those words in our activities. Okay? Perfect. Now let's see. Number 3. Choose the correct words to complete the sentences. So here you have a phrase, and in this phrase you have two choices. Could be one or two. Okay, it depends on what you understand. Okay, for example, my sister refused, or my sister told me not to use her tablet. Told me, yes, you're right. No, my sister told me not to use her tablet. B. They complained, they invited that the tickets were expensive. Complained, no? The tickets were expensive, they don't have money. They cost too much. The organizers, letter C, the organizers announced, or the organizers warned that Lily had won the competition. And the winner is exactly announced. Okay, letter D. Admitted or refused. I admitted or refused to go with them. So, I refused. Excellent. E. Simon explained, or Simon offered, that he was late because he missed the bus. Explained, not explained, explicó. Let's continue with letter F. We have a lot. Look, we have a lot. Jane agreed or complained to help us with our history project. So, what do you think? Suggested. Sorry. Complained, se quejó para ayudarnos, o estuvo de acuerdo. Estuvo de acuerdo. Jane agreed to help us with our history project. G. I promised, I suggested to come home at 11 p.m. Promise, no? Promise. My mother warned, or my mother explained her son not to touch the fire. Warned, oh no, advirtió. That's good. Max admitted, or Max invited me to come to his house tomorrow. Of course, invited me. They offer, or they suggested that we should go to the park. What do you think? Suggest, no? Of course, suggest, sugerir. My brother offered, or my brother told to help me with my math homework. Offer. He admitted, or he complained that he hadn't told the truth. Admitted, no? Él admitió. Perfect. Remember, if you know this part, all this part is going to be easy. But if you don't know this part, this is going to be very difficult. Let's continue with number 4. Complete a short with the verb from the activity number 1. No, those ones, okay? Those ones. Listen, we have 3 parts. Verb plus that plus clause. Verb plus infinitive, and verb plus object plus infinitive. It's like, for example, verb plus that and a clause. No, complain that. That is the idea, the correct form. No, complain to. Verb plus infinitive. Refuse to. Refuse to go, refuse to play, refuse to sing, refuse to do whatever. Object. Not verb plus object plus infinitive. Tell someone, tell my mom, tell Maria, tell the teacher to go, to eat, to do whatever. Okay, so let's make a list. For example, if I say verb plus that plus clause, Suggest that, announce that, admit that, and explain that. Okay, I repeat. Complain that is the example. Suggest that, announce that, admit that, and explain that. Verb plus infinitive. Refuse to, promise to, agree to, offer to. Verb plus object plus infinitive. Tell someone, warn someone not to, in the case of negative, or invite someone to. Okay, so this part is useful because the chart invites you how to use it correctly. Okay, correctly. So try to do this activity. Now let's continue with the second part, reading activity. So here is a job advertisement, ¿no? Una publicación, ¿no? En el periódico. What question do you think interviewers would ask candidates? Assistant wanted, no? Let's see. Here, for example, I have the reading activity. Let's listen to.
Unit 7, Track 70, Activity 2.
Do you remember that I applied for a summer job writing for a science magazine?
Yeah, did you get it?
Just had the interview.
How did it go?
Okay, I think. They promised to let me know next week.
Wait a minute.
Hope I get it. I've got my finger.
I've made a mistake. This is the second one. Okay, next activity. Sorry, let's see once again. Reading. Look at the job advertisement. What question do you think interviewer would ask to candidate? Assistant wanted. Science Today is a popular science magazine for young people. We have a vacancy for research assistant this summer. If you have some experience with online research and using computer programs and are studying science, this is an excellent opportunity for you. Candidates with writing experience are preferred. Apply to Maggie Ruiz, Science Today Magazine, P.O. Box 320. So, the question was here, what question do you think interviewer will ask candidate? Like, for example, where do you study? What's your favorite job? No, would you like to work here? No, those kind of questions are when you are trying to get a job, no, and you have an interview. Okay, so you can tell me many different questions. So it depends on you. Now let's continue. Number 2. Now read and listen and check your answers, not check your predictions. Do you remember that I applied for a summer job writing for a science magazine? Yeah. Did you get it? Just had an interview. How did it go? Okay, I think they promised they let me know next week. Hope I get it. I've got my finger crossed. I hope so too. So what did what did they ask you? They asked if I had any experience, so I told them I written for the school magazine. Good answer. What else did they ask? One of the interviewers, there were two imagine, asked what I want to do in the future. I told them I want to be a marine biologist. They seemed impressed. Oh, and they asked if I had used different computer programs. Haha, did you tell them you hate computers? No. Anyway, I can use words, so that's okay. Any question you couldn't answer. So, they asked if I was good at online research. So I said I hadn't done much, but I was quick learner. Oh, they asked if I was going to be available to work all summer. They were happy when I said yes. Great, sounds like you've got the job. I hope so. Let me know. I've got to go to talk soon. Bye. So, here, for example, there was a dialogue between this kid and some bird, no, a boy and a girl, and they talk about, well, things that they have in an interview. Okay, now here, for example, I have number 3. Read the text again and answer the question. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. Now, for example, now, letter A. The songbird think the interview was success? Yes or no? I don't know. What writing experience does she have? Okay. Does she like computers? Can she use any computer programs? What job does she want to do in the future? Is she available to work in the summer? So remember, all the questions from here are on the text, no, are here. So please try to do this and get ready. Now let's continue with the last part, grammar number 2. This grammar number 2 is about reported question. Look at the reported questions in the chart below. Then choose the correct words to complete the rules. So in this kind, remember the rules from the reported speech. If I talk in the present, my reported speech in the past. If I talk in the past perfect, etc. So it's kind of similar. What do you want to do in the future? That is a normal question. And I report the question. They asked what I wanted to do in the future. No, I talk in the present and I report in the past. Where were you studying? They asked me what I was studying. No, it's the same activity. The only difference is that you are questioning the reported speech. Okay, you are questioning. Now, it's like, for example, another example. What do you like to eat? What do you like to eat? They asked me what I like to eat. Okay, easy. Number, no number. Here, for example, I have some rules. In reported question, we use or do not use question marks. We don't use question mark. You can see on the chart, no, in the second one, there is a period. It's no question mark. The question mark is in the first part. B. The word order in reported speech in reported question is the same as in direct question or the affirmative. The affirmative. Okay, the affirmative. The tense change are the same or different from reported speech statements. Are the same. I told you, if I ask in the present, I report in the past. No, I remember. Okay, number 2. Analyze the sentences in the chart. How are reported questions formed? Subject, asked, question word, subject, plus verb clause. This is like the formula, okay? In number 2 is like the formula. A ver, no teacher, you're kidding, no. Subject, ask, question word, no, what, where, who, etc. Subject, and the verb clause, no? This is all the verb clause. Okay? Perfect. Now let's continue. Analyze the question. Professor Jones was asked by a reporter. Choose the correct option to complete the reported speech questions. No. What are you working on now? How did you make the discovery? Professor Jones, when did you become interested in science? So what do you have to do is to report. Follow these examples or the rules. Okay, this is going to be asked in class. Well, class, this is all. Okay, this is all. If you need extra help, you can go to Grammar Guide page 120. Remember this skill activity about science, the remote control, the infrared ER remote control is going to be your homework. Just read and answer activity number 1, activity number 2. Thank you very much. See you.